Dr. Parsival was a large man with a drooping mouth covered by a yellow mustache. He always wore a dirty white waistcoat, out of the pockets of which protruded a number of kind of black cigars known as stoogies. Dr. Parsival had a liking for a boy, George Willard. It began when George had been working for a year on the Winesburg Eagle, and the acquaintanceship was entirely a matter of the doctor's own making. In the late afternoon, Will Henderson, owner and editor of the Eagle, went over to Tom Willie's saloon. Along an alleyway he went, and slipping at the back door of the saloon, began drinking a drink made of a combination of sloe gin and soda water. Like most sensualists, he enjoyed talking of women, and for an hour he lingered about, gossiping with Tom Willie. As Will Henderson stood at the bar, George Willard sat in the office of the Winesburg Eagle and listened to the talk of Dr. Parsival.
You see, if you open your eyes, although I call myself a doctor, I don't have a lot of patience. There's a reason for that. It is not an accident, and it is not because I don't know as much as medicine as anyone here. I do not want patience. There's a reason, you see. It does not appear on the surface. It lies in the fact of my character, which has, if you think about it, many strange turns. Why I don't want to talk to you of the matter, I don't know. I might keep still and get more credit in your eyes. I have a desire to make you admire me. That's a fact. I don't know why. That's why I talk. It's very amusing, eh?
Dr. Parsival came from Chicago, and when he arrived was drunk and got into a fight with Albert Longworth, the baggage man. The fight concerned a trunk and ended by the doctors being escorted to the village lockup.
I just want my whiskey. Can I rent this shop?
How much do you have?
Once he was released, he rented a room in a shop at the lower end of the main street and put out the sign that announced himself as a doctor. Although he had but few patients, and these of the poorer sort who were unable to pay, he seemed to have plenty of money for his needs. He slept in the office that was unspeakably dirty and dined at Biff Carter's lunchroom in a small frame building opposite the railroad station.
I was a reporter like you here. It was in a town in Iowa, or was it Illinois? I don't remember. Anyways, it makes no difference. Perhaps I'm trying to conceal my identity and don't want to be very definite. Have you ever thought it's strange that I have money for my needs, although I do nothing? I may have stolen a great sum of money or been involved in a murder before I came here. If you're a really smart newspaper reporter, you would look me up. In Chicago, there was a Dr. Cronin who was murdered. Have you heard of that? Someone killed him and put him in a trunk. In the early morning, they hauled the trunk across the city. It was sat in the back of an express wagon, and they were on a seat, as unconcerned as anything. Along they went, quiet through the streets. Everyone was asleep. The sun was just coming up over the lake. Funny, eh? Just to think of them smoking pipes and chattering as they drove along, as unconcerned as I am now. Perhaps I was one of those men. That would be strange turn of things now, wouldn't it? Eh? Well, anyway, there I was, a reporter on the paper, just as you are here, running about and getting little items to print. My mother was poor. She took in washing. Her dream was to make me a Presbyterian minister, and I was studying with that end in view.
The tales that Dr. Parsival told George Willard began nowhere and ended nowhere.
What a fool I am for talking. That is not my object in coming here and forcing my acquaintanceship upon you. I have something else in mind. You were a reporter, just as I was once. You've attracted my attention. You may end by becoming just such another fool. I want to warn you and keep on warning you. That's why I seeked you out.
On an August morning, an incident had happened. A little girl, the daughter of a farmer, had been thrown from a buggy.
I need to help you with my daughter! No.
All of this Dr. Parsival did not know, and when George Willard came to his office, he found the man shaking with terror.
What I have done will arouse the people of this town. Do I not know human nature? Do I not know what will happen? Word of my refusal will be whispered about. Presently, men will get together in groups to talk of it. They will come here, we will quarrel, and there will be a lot of hanging. Then they will come again, bearing a rope in their hands. I have a presentiment. It may be that what I'm talking about will not occur in this morning. It may be put off until the night, but I will be hanged. Everyone will get excited. I'll be hanged onto the lamppost of Main Street.
Going to the door of his dirty little office, Dr. Parsival looked timidly down the stairway leading to the street.
In the end, I'll be hanged, crucified, uselessly crucified. You gotta listen to me. If I can't write this book, you can. Here's what I have to say. Everyone is Christ, nailed be crucified. That's it. That's all I have to say.